Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to explain how I rig a stylish character with Metahuman control rig. And what I actually do, I'm specialized on converting stylish character, cartoonish character with to Metahuman, or rigging a character that works with Metahuman control rig. So the point is, the majority of animation that is made are with this style, which you can call it Disney Pixar style or cartoonish, stylish character. It's not with monster and it's not with realistic faces. So people are still asking which plugin I'm using. I'm not using any plugin. This is completely my own method and my own script. And there is no there is no point to release a plugin for rigging because it cannot be automated. It needs your artistic manipulation. It takes time to rig a character. Rigging is a job. There is no automatic way to do that. And if there's plugins that you can do that, obviously you need to know it won't be as high quality as somebody who's spending days on face to make it. So with that introduction, let's see how it works. The first step is I connect these joints or skin these joints to my character or character that I developed, and the character needs to have a good topology for reading. If it doesn't have a good topology, you will have trouble. And then these um, these joints are connected to the metahuman skeleton, so they move as the metahuman skeleton moves. The metahuman joints moves. But there is a crucial thing about that these joints need to move in a special way according to the face that I'm rigging. So, for example, when I'm using this controller, if I show the skeleton, I can see it is connected to these joints, but with a special thing, and it's a multiplier. Sometimes I want to the joint move differently. I can say if the joints moves with x, for example, y-axis, how much it should move forward and backward, and x-axis and z-axis. So that way I can define um, how much this movement should affect the joint. So there is a multiplier for the joint. I will show you how it works. And if I make a joint here and I duplicate it, let's make them a little bit bigger. And if I, okay, for some reasons, okay. If I apply the multiplier on this joint, let me change my camera. I have a couple of options. I can say if the joint moves in x-axis, it should move 2 units, and if it moves on minus x, it should move half. And now, if it's forward, is 2 unit, and if backward, it slows down. See? So this is a constraint with multiplier. And other than that, I can add um, driven key to the joint. I can connect these driven keys to different expression for the geometry, the rig, different condition, depending on what I need. So the driven key is basically means if something happens, some condition is met, some animation is applied. So let's say driven key, and I can make this driver and driven, and I can say, for example, if it goes forward or backward in x with x-axis, I can say some animation is applied. So key and like that, and I can say like maybe go up. So actually translate XYZ and okay, go up key. Now, as you can see, not only I have multiplier, I have the driven key. And this is how this character has been set up. So, for example, if I apply open mouth, you can see that some of the joints are going away from the origin. And that's how I achieve an open mouth, appropriate open mouth for this character. This is the first phase. So after that, I convert all the expression into blend shape, and the next phase, which is here, I have all the expression as blend shape. Actually, this is not the last one. The last one is this one. Actually, I added smooth modifier. I baked them to the geometry, to the blend shape, and I converted everything into blend shape. So it is driven by these blend shape, which is about 700 blend shapes. And now that everything is running by blend shape, I can go ahead and edit the blend shapes. For example, if I open its mouth, here is an open mouth. Blend shape here is active. Actually, you can find it. It's here. Okay, you see, there's a lot of blend shapes, so it's kind of confusing here. So while it's active, I can say when the mouth is open, some adjustment should be. I can push this area, for example. All right, just for this. And now, when I open its mouth, you will have this blend shape applied. So I go ahead and fix all the blend shapes one by one that I need to fix. And for example, this is a special character. If you take a look at this, the teeth, you see the height of the teeth is very, close to the skin. So you expect if the character opens his mouth, the teeth should be appear here. But actually the teeth is confirming with the face. If I hide the face, you can see how it is conforming to the face. Or for another example, if I have this expression, you would expect to see the empty space here, but you never see because the teeth is conforming to the face. And this is required for a stylized character. That's why you cannot um, do this kind of stuff with plugins, because they are not, the metahuman face is not a stylized character. It's human face, and as long as you stay with the human face, you are okay. But as soon as you use a stylized character, you will have problem. So this is the this is how it works. So it's basically all blend shapes. There is no joint, and also the eyes are working. An eyelid is special. This character doesn't have any eyebrow, so I don't need this. And so it is a lot of adjustment for every expression that character has, and I make sure that it works perfectly with this character, and that's how it's done. Also, the tongue is working. The tongue is working too, and we have tongue. It's important to have tongue because in the audio-driven animation, making perfect tongue movement, and I wanted to use it, so I have tongue motion. But again, there is no joint for the tongue tool. It's just blend shape, and everything works with blend shape. But if I need to use a joint for the face, it still can work with joints. Sometimes I have a character that the eyelid needs to have joints because I need to make an arc. Blend shape cannot make an arc. In that scenario, I will use joints for the eyelid and multiple joints, and they both work inside Unreal and Maya the same way. By the way, this is not dependent on DNA. DNA, metahuman DNA, is something that defines which joint, the placement of the joint, and the range of the motion of the joints for a metahuman. This method doesn't necessarily need a DNA because there is no joint, and it works with any DNA. I mean, um, um, so it also opens up this opportunity to port the character to different application. For example, I have a version of it for Blender, which apparently people were not interested. A version of a metahuman that works with Blender. So because it's not dependent on DNA, it can be independent. It can be ported to different application like Blender, 3ds Max, Houdini, or other application. Of course, this porting thing is for convenient, and for you may have animators that they don't know Maya. They want to use other application. They want to use, for example, 3ds Max, but they are familiar with 3ds Max, and if you have a rig with 3ds Max, you can give the rig to them and they animate the character and then send it to Unreal. So that's how it works, and thank you very much for watching, and I will make more characters. Please stay tuned. Please subscribe to the channel, and If there is anything, any technology, any new thing, I would be the first one who use it if it's useful. So subscribe to the channel to know about new technologies and new way of making animation. Thank you very much.